Hello, everyone. I'm Tim Connors, in for Paulette Williams-Thomas, who's on assignment, and I welcome you to the March 27, 2025 episode of Free Pod. And we want to remind you that any photos, phone numbers, or website addresses can always be found in the print version of our newscast on the Free Pod website at freepod.org, which you can also navigate to from our Facebook page or from the website of our partner station, WNIJ National Public Radio in DeKalb. Now let's see what's going on. Here's Pat Norman.
In a 4-2 board count at a recent meeting, Highland Community College terminated head basketball coach Luke Norman. Following a reminder that personnel matters are not a regular subject of public comment, the meeting attracted about 200 people online and over 40 people in person. In public comments, 23 people spoke, all in favor of Norman being retained. The meeting was covered by Rockford Television, where you can search for more details. The cause for the special meeting originated in a post-game brawl on February 20th between players and fans of both Highland and Kennedy King College after a hard-fought, emotional 80-79 Highland win in overtime. National Junior College Athletic Association Region 4 officials had penalized both schools to forfeit 2 games as punishment, and soon after added a 3rd game suspension. In a post-meeting interview, Highland President Chris Kuberski said the administration will now shift its attention to a search for a new basketball coach.
As reported earlier, the Freeport Police Department has acknowledged community concerns regarding immigration and enforcement by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known by the acronym ICE, in local schools. Illinois is governed by the 2017 Trust Act, making any immigration enforcement the responsibility of federal law agencies not associated with local authorities. And local authorities cannot comply with federal immigration warrants or detainers unless signed by a judge. According to Freeport Police Chief Chris Schenberger, local authorities cannot search a person based on their immigration status or hold a person based solely on an ICE request. Schenberger further stated that the school resource officer assigned to the Freeport School District will be working with staff and students regarding any concerns they may have.
The United Way of Northwest Illinois is making plans for their celebrity dinner on April the 19th at the Freeport Club. Cocktails and hors d'oeuvres will start at 6 p.m., dinner is at 7, and a short presentation will begin at 7:30. Reserve your tickets for $40 each at 815-232-5184. All proceeds will benefit the United Way of Northwest Illinois Community Impact Initiatives. Enjoy a fun evening and great food while supporting our community.
Hey, Grasshoppers is now open. The name may be changed to Grasshoppers Bar and Grill, but the same friendly service, good food, and fun atmosphere remains at the former Pub 219 bar on Stephenson Street in downtown Freeport. New owners Jeff Schultz and Michelle Davies have put their own touch on the place, but a full bar of drink choices and the staples of appetizers, burgers, and sandwiches still are featured on a varied menu, including brunch on Sundays from 9 to 11 a.m. Next week, we'll have more on this new establishment with an interview from me and Jeff and Michelle. Come on down to Grasshoppers.
Another new business is opening in Freeport as well, with plenty of sweet treats and hot coffee for customers at the newest stop for baked goods. Coffee and Crumbs Bakery is located in the business area next to the driver's license office north of town at 1022 Riverside Drive and offers cookies, cinnamon rolls, and mini cheesecakes, and of course, coffee to wash them down. Hours are Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Check out their Facebook page for more information, and be sure to give Coffee and Crumbs Bakery a try.
Get ready for a night of electrifying blues and rock and roll with Jimmy Nick and Don't Tell Mama at the Freeport Masonic Temple on Saturday, April 5th. Jimmy Nick is an old-fashioned guitar-slinging blues prodigy who cut his teeth in the legendary Chicago blues clubs of Kingston Mines, Rose's Lounge, and headlining Buddy Guy's Legends and BLUES on Halstead. Schooled by the blues greats, Jimmy has quickly made a name for himself as one of the most dynamic performers in the scene. Tickets are just $20 each, or you can elevate your experience by sponsoring a table for 8 at $200, ensuring reserved seating for you and your friends. Doors swing open at 6 o'clock p.m., and the show kicks off at 7 o'clock p.m. Food and a cash bar will be available. The show is hosted by the Greater Freeport Partnership, so for more information and to register, visit their website at greaterfreeport.com and search on Jimmy Nick.
Are you thinking about a home remodeling or landscaping project this summer? Come and meet with many contractors and suppliers all in one space. The Stephenson County Home Show returns to the Stephenson County Fairgrounds Saturday, April 12th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Visit with professionals in service industries to tackle your next home project and know that you're in good hands. And there is no charge for admission.
As a reminder, beginning next Tuesday, April 1st, rental rates for facilities and shelters maintained by the Freeport Park District will be increasing to help to maintain and improve parks and amenities. If you have an event in mind, book your reservation before April 1st to take advantage of the current rates.
On Tuesday, April 15th, from 9:30 a.m. until 12:30 p.m., Goodwill Industries of Northern Illinois, Voices of Stephenson County, and the United Way of Northwest Illinois will host a simulation about the challenges encountered by thousands of Illinois workers who seek to re-enter the workforce after being incarcerated. Attendees will learn how to tap into a workforce that is ready and committed to working, and learn about financial incentives to hiring justice-involved individuals. Workforce development and training resources will be presented, and lunch will be served. If you're interested in helping to provide much-needed second chances for folks in our community, please plan to attend. Register through the QR code online at the link provided in the print version of this podcast, or contact Goodwill, Voices, or the United Way of Northwest Illinois for more information.
The 1984 film 16 Candles, directed by John Hughes, is the next film in the Lindo Theater's Select Picks Classic Film Series, scheduled for next Wednesday, April 2nd. Director Hughes wrote the lead part of Samantha especially for actress Molly Ringwald and helped redefine the teen comedy genre with this popular movie. Showtimes on Wednesday are 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. at regular movie prices. Both showings will be followed by a discussion about the movie with Ed Finch and Alan Wenzel. I know them. They're hosts of this popular film series, which is now in its 15th year at the Lindo.
The Stephenson County Historical Society will hold their annual meeting and dinner fundraiser on Thursday, April 10th, beginning at 5 o'clock p.m. at the Eagles Club in Freeport. The program will highlight the Oscar Taylor home that is the home of the museum. The home has been rumored to have been part of the Underground Railroad. While this is something that may never be proven, there are many reasons to believe it could have been. The program will explore the Taylor family's interest in the abolitionist movement, and especially a group of abolitionist singers called the Hutchinson family, who performed at the Taylor's open house party in 1857. Tickets are $50 per person and support the programming and other activities of the museum. For additional information, contact Sharon Welton, the Stephenson County Historical Society Executive Director, at 815-232-8419. That's 815-232-8419.
The Young Leader Committee of the Stephenson County Farm Bureau is once again hosting the annual Bruce Johnson Memorial Farm to Farm 5K and 10K run next Saturday, April 5th. Day of race registration begins at 7:30 a.m. on the 5th, with the 10K run beginning at 8:50 a.m., the 5K at 9 o'clock, and the 5K fun run and walk begins at 9:05. Bruce Johnson was a previous president of the Bureau. Funds raised by this event will be donated to the Agriculture in the Classroom program. Registration and additional information can be found by visiting runsignup.com and searching Bruce Johnson Memorial Farm to Farm, or stopping by the Farm Bureau office at 210 West Spring Street in Freeport, or by calling 815-232-3186 and asking to speak with Victoria.
The Senior Resource Center is introducing a new fitness class, Better Balance and Strength for Older Adults, in partnership with Pathway Physical Therapy. This 6-week program is designed to help older adults improve strength, flexibility, and balance in a safe and supportive environment. Led by experienced physical therapists, participants will engage in gentle exercises aimed at enhancing mobility, preventing falls, and promoting overall well-being. The 6-week class begins April 8th and continues through May 13th. It will be held at 1:00 p.m. on Wednesdays at the Senior Resource Center, located at 206 East Stephenson Street. Cost is $42, and spaces are limited, so early registration is encouraged. For more information, contact the Senior Resource Center at 815-235-9777. That's 815-235-9777.
The Northwest Illinois Bird and Nature Alliance, a chapter of the National Audubon Society, is hosting a fundraising banquet on Wednesday, April 9th, beginning at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are $32 per person, and children aged 12 and under are welcome at no charge. And all bird and nature lovers are welcome. Registration deadline is due this Saturday, March 29th. The program features David and Adrian Olson, photographers and naturalists, who will share their insights and images of the greater Yellowstone National Park ecosystem. Olson Photography of Rockford now conducts tours to the park, and as part of David's lifelong dedication, he also visits the park to produce new photographs whenever he can. David and Adrian will share an amazing photo show, fascinating tales, and interesting facts that make Yellowstone National Park still one of the most incredible destinations in the world. A silent auction will also be offered. For more information, call Tim Smith at 815-835-5109 or visit the link in the print version of this podcast.
Songs of the Illinois Freedom Road is a powerful musical performance by nationally recognized singer-songwriter Chris Valillo, featuring the songs, stories, and struggles of the Illinois Underground Railroad. That's on the calendar for the evening of Thursday, March 27th at the Freeport Public Library from 6:30 until 7:45 p.m. The show features rare first-person accounts of freedom seekers who passed through Illinois. Highlighted stories include John and Mary Little, who traveled on foot 140 miles to Chicago, and George Burrow, a Black Canadian who worked on the Illinois Central Railroad, where he helped smuggled escapees to freedom. Valillo extensively researched the subject, using primary source documents such as the 1857 Slave Narratives of Canada and the WPA Slave Narratives, and combines these stories with 11 historic songs that were sung by slaves to to inspire and share knowledge amongst themselves. The Freeport Public Library, Lincoln Douglas Society, and Greater Freeport Partnership collaborated to bring this experience to Freeport. For more information on the exhibit, the programming in Freeport, and the stories of the Illinois Underground Railroad, visit www.illinoisugrr.org.
In the week ahead, in addition to the presentation at the library tonight, as we look to the week ahead, we're anticipating a yummy visit soon to the Full Circle Café and Collective that is now open within the Freeport Public Library. Don't forget that the Senior Resource Center in Freeport is providing free federal and state 1040 tax counseling, preparation, and filing services for low and middle income senior taxpayers 60 years and older residing in Stephenson and Joe Daviess counties, as well as adults with disabilities through April 15th. You can still also vote early for next Tuesday's April elections for all city and village races in the lower level of the Stewart Center, 50 West Douglas Street, in Freeport from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And if you are looking for something to do this week or any week, visit the Greater Freeport Partnership website at greaterfreeport.com and click on weekly events for a comprehensive listing of many more entertainment and dining events and activities throughout Stephenson County. You can subscribe to their free weekly newsletter there too. And we have a link to a QR code in the print version of this newscast if you'd like to sign up that way.
In closing, if you haven't already done so, be sure to listen to this week's in-depth interview that aired on Tuesday, featuring FreePod and Timbuktu host Tim Connors, chatting with Alicia Walker, the Executive Director of Northwest Illinois Community Action Agency. They talk about the agency's role in helping families find and access federal support in a wide variety of areas, from energy assistance to golden meals. Next week, tune in as FreePod and Timbuktu host Becky Connors visit with Sarah Long, Artistic Director of Studio 121 Dance in Freeport, which offers classes in ballet, modern, and point technique. Their conversation will post at noon on Tuesday, April 1st. We'd like to once again thank the broadcast journalism classes at Freeport High School, taught by educator Jenna Kleindale, for last week's podcast. They did a great job, and we look forward to welcoming their participation again in the future. With that, time's up for this week. Tune in again next Thursday at noon for more about what's happening in Freeport, and be sure to subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform to receive alerts as each new podcast airs. You can also click through to our podcasts on our Facebook page or the website of our national public radio partner, WNIJ in DeKalb, at www.northernpublicradio.org. As always, FreePod couldn't come to you without the Mass Communications Department at Highland Community College and our community liaisons and reporters. We're also grateful to WNIJ for partnering with us in reaching even more listeners, including Spanish-speaking community members. Thank you, Team FreePod. For more information, including how to make a tax-deductible contribution to support our work, visit our website at www.freepod.org. Again, I'm Pat Norman, here with Tim Connors, and we thank you for listening.